Good evening. Hope you are doing fine and well during this pandemic. Today, in this episode, for another few minutes, going to talk about Republic of Korea. How Republic of Korea, as an independent state, throughout its history, was occupied, then liberated, then they got divided on the basis of ideology. Now South Korea, how it emerged from one of the most poor country to the top 10 developed countries. In this episode, how due to geography, Korea has been caught between China, Japan, Russia, America. On the one hand, unification of Korea is always on the question. North Korea nuclear crisis still not yet completed. Though there were some positive factors. Then came third missile defense system, where China and South Korea's relation got little strained. Though Korea's trade with China is 25.8%, while its trade with US is 14.4%. But even then, as a globalized democratic country, South Korea has to go with America, but also balance its relation with China. Korea's diplomacy, military, society, technology, and culture is affected completely by the region. So China, earlier, China, when it was developing peacefully, Korea also went invested billions of dollars there. Samsung, LG, Daewoo, Hyundai, Anjin, Anwa, most of the company, Lotte, many companies were very successful there. But after the third missile defense issue, there were much backlashes. But now relations are getting improved, but question mark is also always there. Then when it comes to Japan-Korea relationship, always the occupation of Korea, that bad legacy is always questioned. Secondly, whenever there was a trade friction between US and Japan, Korea benefited a lot. For example, when auto boom of Japan took place in US, there was complete check. 1986 Hyundai Excel was released that time. So the Japanese automakers from the medium they went to the high luxury segment. That gave a great opportunity for Hyundai Korean companies. In the same way, in the 1986-87, that time, the DRAM industries, semiconductor industry, when Japan and US had some issues, when Intel demanded some sort of restrictions, that time US made Japan to open up 20% for the world of its market. During that time, semiconductor industry, Korea took a very big positiveness in that. Many industries, Korea become number one, either in semiconductors, auto industry, or in shipbuilding, everywhere. So the question of what has come is the pandemics. One side, the pandemics, geopolitical situation, then Japan, then Russia, then the North Korea, where the leadership is very much vulnerable. So in South Korea, we know what is the statistics, how many people got the COVID, how many get cured, what is the status of the economy. But within North Korea, we don't get that type of information. Even many foreign diplomats are not made to move around many places. So if that question is there, but the most important thing for now is Korea, South Korea is a very responsible democratic country which wants to globalize and it wants to trade with all the countries of the world. So it wants to have a comparative advantage, then do business, and it has made globalized citizens. So that is driving their economy. With export-led development, they are coming out, doing business and coming back. But the pandemic has made these things go. But even then, the economy is growing. But the challenge of China-US relationship, China-Japan relationship, or Japan-US relationship will have a profound impact on them. But South Korea always needs a globalized, peaceful, democratic world, so that when there is a globalized world, Korean companies can go and do overseas business. So if there is a pandemic, there is a lot of issues, that advantage, it will not happen. Thank you very much.